Hey guys, this is Sullivan Adams. Some of you probably noticed by now that I haven't been recording some of my videos as of late on certain days. Truth is, honestly, I've been avoiding the subject, recording videos on certain details like that. Truth is, there's a part of me that's a bit conflicted if I could just keep recording, keep making videos, but keep reviewing. But one of the things I don't want to do is like disappoint anyone. So basically, okay, so you only have noticed this and wondering what's happening. I am sorry. For if I those of you who are been inconvenienced by this, who are trying to wait for me to know my next video. I am sorry. And I don't want to disappoint you. Anyway, let's get started. This is my review on Naruto Shippuden episode episode uh oh, episode 420. Like this is by far got to be a major fan favorite episode for a lot of reasons. This was straight up canon, no filler arc, no boring details. It was in the slightest. Yeah, this was yes. And I'll start with the beginning. Like the first half of the episode was Mike Guy. He's going all out. After we got the flashback, about Mike's father, about Mike's father die, how he was always a Genin, and people like mocked him and his son, because they only perfected taijutsu, they had no ninjutsu skills, but he didn't want to be treated as a loser, and even having made his own steadfast hardcore rules, training hard to become strong, even to try to make Kakashi his rival, so he can prove a point. If he can beat he has in order to be the best, he has to beat the best, and in order to become the best, he has to train hard. That was a very, even though most of it was filler, it does make a lot of sense. I didn't want to record a filler episode, uh, but but now it's time for the real good part. I gotta admit, I gotta like this episode a lot. The animation was spectacular, one of the best. Yes, definitely really put all your money into it. And Guy giving all he got, punching Madara, with his sheer force, using the eighth gate of death, knowing that he will eventually die. There's Lee looking at him, egging him on to the point where he understands and his motivation, his ambition. Yeah, sorry. Knowing that he's doing this to protect the people he cares about, the ones he loves, and to protect the future. Guy's making a big move and a very hard sacrifice. That's one of the things about my guy. He's the kind of guy who would never give up and never accept defeat. That's one of, even though Guy's always been a goofy character, he's one of the Naruto favorites as a Jonin and the top warrior. Uh, Giving it all he got, Madara. He even made Madara worry for a second. One of the things I gotta notice about uh, the way he fights, the way he is fighting. Anyway, he knows that he's scared. He is a bit scared because Mike got to deal a little bit of damage. After that, he got to get really scared. The point where he's trying to do he can to avoid his attacks. Meanwhile, you got Minato, Kakashi, and Gaara. They're all coming up a counter strategy with Lee. And Lee, he finally opened. He finally opened the sixth gate of joy, and he did it on sheer emotion alone. He was only able to open this gate of joy, but not the gate of shock. So basically, he hasn't reached the same level as Guy. He's still got a long way to go. But he's still young. He wants to go all out. He wants to go all the way. The thing is, Minato said don't, because saying that Lee is a fresh sleep that not, so wants that Guy wants to see bloom. To see that being said, I mean Lee has always been precious to Guy. He reminds him of himself, as a young boy, seeing him growing up, seeing how things have changed. That's one of the things that that's one of the things I like about Guy. He's always been supportive in his own way, especially since the first episode. He's always supported Lee from the fact, even if it means putting him through some hard circumstances. They all work together, doing their best. Even though Minato has no arms, he's still useful in some ways. They're all using their powers. Gaara's sand, Kakashi's Kamoi, Naruto's teleportation, and Guy landing that one hit, ooh, and those words from Madara. I haven't been excited since I fought Hashirama. Like, yeah, he's gonna give you a fight. He's gonna give you a very very good fight. A definite a definite good fight. If you guys have read the manga, then you know what I'm talking about. Those you haven't, but let's put it this way: it's coming, guys. Ultimate move. And I tell you, if you guys have guys watch movies like you guys watch the movie Dragon Ball Z: Wrath of the Dragon that went straight to video. Oh, and also Dragon Ball DT. Remember the Dragon Fist? Well, Guy got his own version of that, and it involves his legs. That was a very special move. But I'll get to that later. That and another thing. Then there's the second half. The second half being Naruto meeting Hashimo Otsutsuki, the Sage of Six Paths himself. The thing is, Naruto, he's a bit dimwit. He's a bit dim-witted sometimes. He's always been a. The thing is, he's not. Thing is, Hagoromo, when he talks, he speaks a bit cryptic. You know, he's speaking a bit cryptic and something. Right? The thing is, Hagoromo is also a bit of a philosopher. He's a sage. But Naruto doesn't understand sage talk or philosophy. So you have to understand. At first, things go nowhere. But he asks him to sort of dumb it down a little, make it to simple talk, and they finally get to the point. Even I'm kind of rushing this video. I'm trying to make up for time for not bringing you guys all the videos that I should have in the past few weeks. I'm trying to like make up for that as best I can, even though there are certain distractions that annoy the hell out of me. Trust me. But I'll get to the point. Like Naruto, he shows him this history, like his mother Kaguya, she ate the fruit from the god tree. And as a result, she gained the power of the chakra. Some people feared and revealed her for her power, being the rabbit goddess being powerful like that. At that, and I mean, some person called her rabbit goddess, and she does resemble a rabbit. You gotta look at the picture. Then there's how there's his history of himself, of being the son of Kaguya, none of Kaguya himself. He possessed indelible power along with his brother. Hagoromo had a brother, but you don't get to learn more about him until later in the story. And I'm not going to spoil it for you. So, if you guys have read the manga, then you understand what I'm talking about. Those who haven't read the manga, well, wait for the anime. Trust me, you get more into it later. And it got a lot of details. When Hagoromo and his brother grew up, they fought against the Jubi. The Jubi himself being the god divine tree, being the god tree itself, a reaction to the god tree, being the manifestation of the tree having its chakra and its fruit stolen, it went on a rampage to get the chakra back. So basically, they were the first ones to fight the Jubi, attack it, defeat it, and seal it within himself. As for the other brother, I told you already. No more details about him till later, so I don't want to spoil it for people. Okay, bro. After that, Momoa eventually had two sons of his home, Ashura and Idara. Idara was the older brother, Ashura was the younger brother. However, things are what you call not so simplistic. You see, the older brother was, a prodigy. He excelled at everything, and he did everything alone. He was a prodigy master, a genius combat specialist. He was a strong independent person. As for the young as for the young brother Ashura, he was what you call kind of the joke of the family. Like he tried his best, but he accomplished almost nothing basically. Not exactly nothing, but he was no good. He was what you call the no good. That's what it was in the manga, and that's what I'm going to call. He was the no good. He tried his best to accomplish everything he can to gain strength and power to become strong, but in the end, it didn't amount to anything. And however, he did learn one thing. He learned he gained strength, Hank, by relying on others, and that strength with the connection of other people, bonds, and strength, it allowed for him to become stronger and gain so much power that it awakened awakened a great power within himself that rivaled even his own brother's power. Basically, through the power of people, connecting with them, becoming friends, and he awakened. He became strong enough to match his brother through connection and feelings. Remember in the beginning of the Sage of Six Paths history, the older brother inherited the Sage's strength, while the other one inherited his body. So basically, his spiritual power. His spiritual power. Like that's, it's, even that as a result of that, the Hagoromo picked the younger son because he believed in love, while the older son believed in strength. He thought that by cooperation, the older brother would listen to the younger brother and follow his example. That's why he also created the tailed beast. By cooperating with them, by cutting the pieces of the Jubi into nine pieces, and scattering them across the world, he thought he would have a cooperation would work with each other. However, this became a bad decision. As a result of that, the older brother revolted. He did not. He didn't agree to this decision. He hated it. As a result, he declared war on his brother, saying he should have been the rightful heir, and led to the conflict between the Senju and the Uchiha, being both the descendants. Uh, However, he also learned that over time, the descendant, and over the time, through the legacy of their descendants, that the two sons were reincarnated and carrying the will and strength of both brothers. Naruto possesses the strength of Ashura, the younger son, the one who inherited the strength of mind and will and body. So basically, he's the younger son. Who's the older son? Well, let's put it this way: who's been Naruto trying to go after? Who has been his main focus, his objective, his drive? Who has been his main rival throughout the beginning of this series? If you guys know that, then you guys have the answer. If you guys don't know that, well, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. It's obvious who know who it is. Hey, it is. And you guys are gonna find out in the next episode. Also, I want to comment about the new ending music. The new ending music is by Flow. I love them. They're a good band. I love the last song I liked when they made was Hero for the soundtrack for Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. If you guys don't know what Flow is, it's Japanese rock band. It's music for Japanese anime. Hey, 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 rock music. I love one of my favorite is Fighting Dreamers Go by Flow. Um, Oh, and the other song for the opening of Naruto Shippuden, and the one where Jiraiya gets killed and Naruto and Itachi fight. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. What I say. Definitely a good episode. I give this a 4 out of 5. No, screw it. 5 out of 5 because it's straight to canon. The animation was amazing. Not to mention the music. They also brought back the music from the time when Naruto and the Nine Tails Karama became one. When he first fought against the other tailed beast, and also when he Naruto Killer Beast, Guy and Kakashi tried to stop the ghetto monster from becoming the ghetto statue, but trying to blow it up, but it didn't work. And when they tried to stop Madara and Obito, it didn't work, but it was a good episode. And I like that they brought back the Fiend. I wish the fighting was longer and they brought back the theme. They need to bring that theme back because that's one of the best themes they have for Naruto. And I wish the fighting was long so they can use it. Anyway, that's all I got to say. This is Solomon Adams game review on the Naruto Shippuden episode 420. I'm sorry for being late. I apologize once again to my fans. I'm sorry if I disappointed you in any way. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. Thank you. This is Solomon Adams signing off. Bye.